Hello friends, this is class 6 English and this is our next book, that is supplementary book, A Pact with the Sun. Hope you have this book with you and a pencil to write word meanings or new words which will be told during explanation. Today we are going to do lesson number 4, The Old Clock Shop, and this is our lecture 2. Points to be covered in today's class means the objectives of today's class. What we are going to do today. Number 1, introduction to the lesson will be given. Then summary of already explained part of the lesson will be told. Then explanation of rest of the lesson line by line will be told. Then previous homework discussion will be done. I assigned you 3 questions in homework yesterday, it means in previous class. Today the discussion of those questions will be done and at last homework will be assigned on the basis of today's explanation. Let's begin. The Old Clock Shop. The story is a recount of the meeting of a shop owner and 2 thieves. The old man dealt so wisely and changed the 2 men completely. Thus, a person can influence lives if he is able to handle the difficult situation. I repeat, the introduction of the lesson. This story is a recount of the meeting of a shop owner and 2 thieves. The old man dealt so wisely and changed the 2 men completely. Thus, a person can influence lives if he is able to handle the difficult situation. Now, we are going to do the summary of the lesson. This is a short story about the interaction of the people and how festive seasons bring well-being to them. In this story, there is an old deaf person named Ray. Means he is the protagonist of the story. He is the hero of the story. The story moves around Ray only. And Ray is a deaf person. He is an old deaf person. The story moves around him only. He means Ray, an old deaf shopkeeper. Ray repairs watches in his shop in Salt Lake City, USA. So, where was Ray's shop? His shop was in Salt Lake City. Please learn this. And Salt Lake City is in USA. He also purchases watches from people who need money. Means Ray purchases watches. Ray gives money to the people in return, in exchange of watches who actually need money. The story begins with the festive environment of Christmas. In the beginning of the story, it is written that was Christmas Eve when 2 men entered into the shop of Ray. So the story begins with the festive environment of Christmas. People were purchasing goods and accessories for their Christmas. Like the people who celebrate Diwali with pomp and show, they bring many of the goods and accessories on the festival of Diwali. Similarly, the people who celebrate Lohri or Eid with pomp and show, they bring many of the goods and accessories to decorate their home or to distribute among their relatives on their own festivals. Similarly, if that was the festival of Christmas, that was Christmas Eve, people were purchasing goods and accessories for their Christmas. Because in USA, people celebrate Christmas festival with pomp and show, as we people celebrate Diwali with a great celebration. It was a late night and Ray decided to close the shop. Means that was the time of closing the shop. Then all of a sudden what had happened? Let's see. An old person with the intention to rob the shop entered the shop. What does that mean? An old person means a person who was around in his 50s. He entered the shop with the intention to rob the shop. He actually wanted to rob the shop. Then the old man was accompanied by a 20-year-old boy who stood at the door. The old man, who was in his 50s, was there in the shop. Means he came to the shop with a young boy who was around 20s, who was around 20 years. And that boy who was around 20 years, he stood at the door. He was there, he was standing on the door while the old man entered into the shop. Nervous Ray managed himself and offered assistance by writing on a paper, "May I help you?" Means when the old man entered into the shop and the young man was standing on the door, Ray got nervous. He was full of fear. He got panicked. But anyhow, he tried to hide his fear and offered assistance by writing on a paper, "May I help you?" As Ray was deaf, he could not even listen to anybody. So he did not speak. Instead of speaking, he offered his assistance by writing on a paper, "May I help you?" The old man gave a cruel mocking smile. Means the old man was laughing as if he was making fun of Ray, that shopkeeper. Now here the lesson begins, means next half. Then the older man seemed to feel a little easier, took out his hand from his pocket and quickly looked at the wristwatch on the watch on his wrist. The older man was standing just in front of Ray. When Ray asked the old man whether he wanted something, whether he wanted any watch or not, or when Ray tried to symbolize, to point out at the loan board also, okay, at that time the older man seemed to feel a little easier, as if the older man understood that the shopkeeper Ray had decided to help him. So the older man took out his hand from his pocket and quickly looked at the watch on his wrist. What does that mean? He actually wanted to sell his watch. "How much will you give me for this?" the man wrote. The older man, who was in his 50s, he wrote on the notepad which was being offered, which was being given by the owner of the shop, it means Ray. On that notepad, the old man wrote, "How much will you give me for this?" It means the old man entered into the shop with the intention to rob the shop. But later on, when Ray was too kind to that person, his intention got changed and he decided to get money in exchange of the watch, the wristwatch he had won. Ray noticed a little shame in the grey eyes looking at him. Means because he was shameful, he was full of shame. That old man was full of shame, and Ray could notice that shame in the eyes of that old man. The watch was nothing special and yet had great powers. Means the watch was really not costly, but it had great powers to save that old man, because old man was really a needy person at that time. He really needed some amount of money from Ray. So here it is written, the watch was nothing special. It was nothing special. It was not branded at all. It was not too costly, and yet had great powers, because the watch had power to save the old man from some terrible condition through which he might be suffering. It was something to exchange, a way out of a bad situation. Means the watch had something to exchange. Means in exchange of that watch, the old man could get some amount of money, and from that amount of money he could get himself out of a bad situation, because the old man was, he was seemed as if he was in bad situation. Knowing that great need had brought the man to his shop in the first place, Ray asked, "How much do you need for it?" Because Ray understood that the old man really needed money, and that money could help him to get out of the bad situation he might be suffering with. That's why Ray asked, "How much money do you need?" The reply came back on the notepad, "Whatever it's worth." The reply from the old man, because the conversation was going on between the owner of the shop, that is Ray, and the old man who was in his 50s. So the conversation between those two fellows was going on the notepad. So the old man wrote his reply on the notepad, "Whatever it's worth." Means he wanted the money, whatever its worth was. Ray reached into his cash box. So every shopkeeper has his or her cash box, where that person keeps his cash box or gets the change if he or she needs money. Okay, so Ray also reached into his cash box, pulled out a $50 note, and passed into the man's hand. As they shook hands, who shook hands? Ray and the old man. As soon as Ray gave the money of $50 to the old man, both of them shook hands, and Ray looked into the man's eyes. They seemed to say thank you, as if the old man was really needed that money, as if he was suffering, he was going through a very big problem, and Ray was there to help him out. So his eyes were saying thank you, and Ray could understand that thing. They both knew the watch wasn't worth that much. Both means Ray and that old man. Both of them knew that the cost of watch was not that much. That was not more than $50 or not even $50. Before turning to leave, means before the old man could leave from the shop, the man wrote, "I will be back to pick it up as soon as I can. Merry Christmas." So because the old man loved that watch very much, and he knew that also that watch had helped him out to get out of the situation through which he was suffering. So the old man wrote on the notepad that he would be back to pick that watch as soon as he could, and he wished Ray Merry Christmas. The little story ended on the half hour with the clocks striking all together. This story ended when all the clocks striking all together means it was 12. Okay, the timepieces which had been looking on silently all the while rang out the time with such feeling that even Ray thought he could hear them. He could hear that how the things were being sold among Ray, that old man, and that young man who was in his 20s. Their sweet musical message was filled with hope. The timeless message of peace on earth, goodwill towards all, was felt by the three men who stood in the old clock shop. There was a good message that those two persons entered into the shop with the intention to rob the shopkeeper Ray. But Ray was so nice to them. He was talking very nicely to them through notepad on the notepad that those two persons could not rob that shopkeeper, and they tried to get money in exchange of the watch that old man had. Now let's discuss the previous homework which was being assigned in the previous class. Question says, what made Ray think the visitor was not really a shopper? Its answer, Ray was deaf and dumb, but a good judge of men. His old wise eyes told him that the new visitors to his shop at that late hour were not the shoppers or customers. There was no friendliness in their eyes. I repeat, Ray was deaf and dumb, but a good judge of men. His old wise eyes told him that the new visitors to his shop at the late hour were not the shoppers or customers. There was no friendliness in their eyes. Why do you think he had to come to the shop? Answer, the visitor had come to the shop because he was down on luck and in great need of money. I repeat, the visitor had come to the shop because he was down on luck and in great need of money. How did Ray communicate with him? Ray could neither speak nor hear, so he communicated with him, his customer, by writing his message on a notepad. The visitor also wrote his reply on paper. I repeat this answer. Ray could neither speak nor hear, so he communicated with his customer by writing his message on a notepad. The visitor also wrote his reply on paper. Now, this is the time to assign you homework. Question number 4. This is to be done in your rough notebook. What do you think the man said to his friend who waited at the door? I repeat, what do you think the man said to his friend who waited at the door? Ray was not a pawnbroker. Why then did he lend money to people in exchange for their old watches and clocks? Next, the watch was nothing special and yet had great powers. In what sense did it have great powers? I repeat, the watch was nothing special and yet had great powers. In what sense did it have great powers? Thank you so much. I hope you all are doing your work regularly, and I expect my all the students to attend online classes on WebEx regularly and do their homework with in good handwriting. Thank you so much.